how Oliver Kapanen revived his career in late 2023-24. For a time, it seemed like things were taking a nosedive for Montreal Canadiens prospect Oliver Kapanen. Entering his Draft Plus 2 season, Kapanen had secured his spot as a full-time top-9 center for Kalpa in Liga, but the first half of last season was a rough stretch. He went pointless in his first 6 regular season games and managed just 10 points over his next 25 appearances, all while logging 16 to 20 minutes a night. But when 2024 rolled around, Kapanen's game took a sharp turn for the better. He kicked off the new year with a 4-point performance, then went on to rack up 24 points in his final 26 regular season games. Kapanen caught fire in the playoffs, finishing third in Liga's postseason scoring with 7 goals and 14 points in 13 games. This dramatic turnaround caught the attention of the national team coaches. The former Canadian second-round pick made his debut on the men's international stage in February and later played as a top-9 center for Finland at the World Championship in May, leading the team with 6 goals in 8 games. Talk about a comeback story. The reasons behind Kapanen's resurgence are tough to pin down. Teaming up with Juuso Mäenpää at the start of January likely played a key role, as the duo developed instant chemistry and became a lethal combination through the season's end. Mäenpää contributed to the majority of Kapanen's points and vice versa. Interestingly, Kapanen's playing style didn't undergo a dramatic shift. While his output surged across the board, his core strengths and weaknesses remained largely unchanged. Kapanen has never been known as a particularly dynamic offensive creator. For a former top 64 pick, his game lacks the flash you might expect. Instead, the 6'1" center excels in more subtle ways. Kapanen shines as a net front scorer. He consistently finds the right moments to pop into the slot, whether by circling in from the perimeter, trailing the play, or slipping back from the net front to lose defenders. It's no coincidence that he gets more rebound chances than the average forward, even without the brute strength to muscle his way to the puck. His finishing skill is also top-notch, with smart shot placement from close range. Another key factor is his knack for redirecting pucks. Kapanen's strong hand-eye coordination, soft touch, timing, and positional awareness all contribute to his effectiveness in tip-ins, making him a standout in this area over the past season. Oliver Kapanen's offensive game has always been driven by his off-puck intelligence and craftiness as a close-range finisher. He scores in ways that are sustainable at higher levels, consistently playing off his teammates, reading the play, and anticipating opportunities. While adding some strength would enhance his NHL projection, helping him hold his ground at the net front, Kapanen already possesses the scoring touch and hockey IQ to contribute significantly. He's well suited for a net front or bumper role on a second power play unit. What kept Kapanen in Kalpa's lineup even during his scoring drought, and what facilitated his rise with the national team, was his two-way reliability. With Kapanen, you know what to expect. He doesn't overcommit, cheat, or make glaring positional mistakes. While he may not have a high motor, his effort level remains consistent. Kapanen isn't a physically dominant player, nor does he create many turnovers with speed. Instead, he relies on timing, awareness, and crafty stick work. He engages opponents at their most vulnerable, often just as they're about to receive the puck. Kapanen ties up sticks, positions his leg between the puck and the opponent, and makes the steal. He also baits forwards into exposing the puck by applying pressure from one side, then switches to his intended side to break up the play. And when necessary, he can hold his own physically along the boards. If there's one area where Oliver Kapanen showed the most growth in the latter half of the season, it would be his playmaking. In the first half, Kapanen often played it too safe. He cycled along the perimeter, making only simple passes, whether it was deferring to teammates on the rush without creating space or just sending the puck back to the point from the cycle. While his style in the second half of the season still leaned towards deferring to others and focusing on off-puck play or being a net front presence, there was a noticeable improvement in his playmaking. He's not the type to make flashy cross-ice feeds through multiple defenders or manipulate entire defenses, but his playmaking results improved significantly, both in production and underlying metrics like completed slot passes and scoring chance assists. Kapanen started to better recognize opportunities on the inside, finding ways to slip pucks to activating defensemen under pressure or fight through contact to set up teammates in the slot from below the goal line. This development has added another dimension to his game, making him a more versatile and dangerous player. In May, Kapanen signed with Timrå in the SHL, a team managed by his father for the past 2 years and now coached by former Finnish NHL star Olli Jokinen. Jokinen, who successfully led Jukurit over the past 3 seasons, is a rising coaching talent with potential NHL aspirations. Despite Kapanen also signing his entry-level contract with the Canadiens in June, the expectation is that he'll spend a year in Sweden before making the leap to North America. However, there's always a chance he could surprise and crack the Canadiens' NHL lineup out of training camp. Kapanen's playing style is one that coaches at every level respect and value. He's smart and reliable away from the puck, with skating that has notably improved since his draft year. His stride now shows more depth, even if he still lacks explosive speed, but it's now effective enough to compete. The real question is whether his net front presence, off-puck scoring, defensive reliability, and occasional secondary playmaking will be enough at the NHL level. With his skill set potentially below the NHL average, he'll need to improve his consistency in playmaking, driving transitions, and maintaining his reads as the game's pace intensifies. Whether Kapanen is ready for an NHL push this year or next, his prospects have never been brighter. Thank you to watching another Habs Nation video. But before we leave, we invite you, don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the channel, and finally let us a comment about this video. And remember, you have greatness inside of you, and we wishes you an amazing, great, and blessing day.